This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
Next in the Midday Fix, tips to keep Lucky Bamboo healthy. And then Tom Skilling has your forecast. Also, join us tomorrow. We're live from New Orleans from Mardi Gras. In today's Midday Fix, if you believe the mythology, this is a plant that can bring you good fortune. It's called Lucky Bamboo, one of the more popular indoor house plants. And our plant doctor, Tu Bloom, is here with some ideas on how you can keep Lucky Bamboo happy and healthy. The first thing I look for in a house plant, too, is can I keep it alive? Is this a pretty easy
This is the lowest of low maintenance. I mean, I prefer these over succulents and air plants, believe it or not, because
really?
They're so versatile as far as lighting needs. I mean, succulents, some of them need a lot more lighting. These can be in an office setting or even a basement with minimal lighting, and then you just introduce them to a few hours, like once or twice a month, and that's it.
Well, I got a question about lighting in a minute, but first let's talk about water. Tap water's probably not a good idea for these, right?
You know what? It's not unless you have, you know, what I like to do is I keep things sustainable. I like to reuse containers that I have, orange juice, etc. So what I do is I fill these containers with water. If it has a cap, definitely leave it open as far as the top goes. And what that does is it dissipates all the chemicals from the local municipal water supply.
Like chlorine and that sort of thing.
Fluoride, etc. As you can see here, I brought actually a water sample from a Lucky Bamboo plant that basically has been sitting around for months, and you can see all the sediments and organic compound and waste from the roots of the plant that's there. So typically, you'd want to change out the water supply at least once every few months, especially when you notice a stalk getting like brown or the leaves get browning down from the tip, because that's a symbol, that's a signal that something might be wrong with your Lucky Bamboo.
Yeah, but changing out the water is not that big a deal. But ideally, you might want distilled water, but tap water's okay.
Tap water's okay if you let it sit overnight.
Okay. Water level, that's important as well, right?
It is. Once you have water at a certain level with a Lucky Bamboo plant, it'll start developing roots at that level. So as you can see, here's an example of a Lucky Bamboo that you can tell had been growing with the water at that level, because there's roots.
Well, help me out. You don't want roots, right?
You do want roots, but you don't want roots to the point where it's that high and then you forget to water and then the water level is this low. Then all those roots are basically drying out and it injures the plant.
I'm going to shake it so people can see where the water level is. Is this about where you want it right here?
This is about where I want it, exactly. Okay. Because if the water level gets, down to a certain point, it's easier for me to replenish it.
What's an ideal temperature?
Ideal temperature is room temperature, or a little bit warmer is fine. You want to keep Lucky Bamboo away from main vents that fluctuates temperature inside your house.
Yeah, because you have furnaces that go on and off.
For sure. Yeah. And away from main drafts, like not by the front door where, you're going in and out, because that can shock the bamboo. But they're fairly low maintenance as far as temperature goes.
Yeah, now let's talk about lighting. You want it near a window?
You know what? Absolutely not. Unless it's a north-facing window, and even then, you still get some lighting. The leaves tend to be very fragile and can get scorched easily. So give it indirect lighting in a room.
Indirect lighting, okay,
yeah.
Yep. So too much light can overwhelm it.
Too much light can definitely burn it and overwhelm it.
Are there different varieties of this Lucky Bamboo?
There are, but I mean, they're pretty much all in the same family. Like, this is a kind of a rare one that you don't always see. It's one of the lotus style bamboos, where you see the rings are more prominent on these.
Yeah, but what about this one here that seems to go in a sort of a curly Q?
The curly ones, all they do is they train it to go towards lighting in a certain window. And so basically, it redirects it, to travel there.
It's just looking for direction. And finally, this really tall one over here, where do you get these?
These actually were brought back after one of our designs adventures at the Grammy Awards. These were from California. They're not really around here, but you can get height, at this level or even higher.
You're not just name dropping here. You do work with the Grammy, so
I did for about 5 years. We're looking for different new adventures, but I did design for them for about 5 years.
Good for you. Tu Bloom, always good to have you in. Come see us again.
Thank you. Visit us at the Chicago Flower and Garden Show, running from March 14th through the 22nd to learn more.
That's right. You just read my tag. Tu's going to be leading all the potting parties there. You can also visit us at his website, tubloom.com. You read that pretty well, you know. You can get there by visiting our website, WGNTV.com/weblinks.